Hey everybody, good morning. It's a beautiful Saturday morning and I'm out for a quick 5-miler. I took yesterday off because my resting heart rate was still kind of elevated and I didn't want to push it. And I've noticed my VO2 max is going down, so I just want to take it easy. So I'm going to go intentionally super slow today and just try to get back into things and enjoy the run. So, quick 5 miles. And then who knows? Who knows what the rest of the day will bring? But all right, I'll see you soon. Well, I'm back, and it was a really great run. It felt just as easy as I remember it feeling before I got strep throat, which is phenomenal. I went really slow, and I stayed in between heart rate zones 3 and 4. And if you don't know anything about heart rate zones, there's 5 of them. One is like you're not working at all, you're just sitting maybe. 2 is you're working a little harder. 3 and 4, so 3 is like when you're running, you can have a conversation with somebody. You're not working really hard. You're moving your body, but you're more like jogging, probably. And number 4 is you're working a little bit harder. You can probably speak in like 3 to 5 words at a time, but not having like a conversation with somebody. And zone 5 is when you can't really talk at all and you're just working really, really hard. So I stayed between 3 and 4, and that was my goal today, not to hit 5. And I felt really good. The whole thing felt phenomenal, and I'm really happy. I'm really happy with the way that felt. And yeah, so now it's just, same old stretch time, drink some water time, enjoy the weekend time. And then I think what we're going to do today is go over our garden plot and talk about what we want to plant where this year. Kyle is very scientific about it. So we're going to get down and dirty today with with our MacBook and figure out where things are going to go and how far they're going to be spaced. And that's it. So I'll see you later for that. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Maybe we'll drink a beer while we do it. Oh man, I can't wait. Oh. Hey everybody, so here we are, ready to go over our postmortem of last year's garden plot. Talk about what worked, what didn't work, what changes we would make, and then if we have time tonight, we're going to plot this year's garden. But we might end up pausing that and doing that tomorrow. But tonight, we at least want to try to get our postmortem done. Am I right?
That's right.
Okay. This is a quick glance at last year's garden plot. Our garden is 1,200 square feet.
Yeah, approximately.
And it's kind of hard to see, but over to the far left we have asparagus, and then a path for walking, and then strawberries. Above the strawberries we have grapes. Over to the right of that, that's when we did lettuce. And then we get into the larger part of the garden. We did tomatoes. Next to that, we've blocked off walking paths. Then Yukon Gold potatoes, that walking path. And then carrots, parsnips, leeks. Right here below the tomatoes, we did peppers, tomatillo by the potatoes. What's that say? Eggplant, edamame, and radishes. Then we have raspberries, sugar snap peas, beans, and cucumbers. Over here, 2 rows of sweet corn with a walking path in the middle. Sweet potatoes, walking path, and then a full row of broccoli and Brussels sprouts. And then another big walking path. And then we had onions, white and red onions, on the far right edge of the garden. We also have 3 blueberry plants at the very top here. And so we're going to talk about what worked and what didn't work and what we would like to change. So I think that the We had a good amount of tomatoes. So would you make any changes to tomatoes?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. And then we had peppers.
It was just a bad year for peppers.
How many? We had 4.
Yeah, jalapeno, yellow, red, and orange bell.
Okay, I probably wouldn't change anything with those either. Eggplants, we had 2 eggplants. I would probably say we could survive happily with 1 eggplant.
Yeah, we also bought the wrong
Yeah.
eggplant. An accident.
Yeah,
We ended up with a fingerling instead of a black beauty.
that's right.
Something like that.
So I think we should just do 1 eggplant. More nuance to Kyle's garden plotting. Where's that coming from last year. Color coded and lots of notes. So let's go down to the Yukon Gold line right there. 2 pounds of Yukon Gold potatoes. I can't read that.
That just talks about spacing. But yeah, so we had purchased 2 pounds. But yeah, I think I would want more potatoes as well.
Did you want to do a full row or 3/4 of a row? So we planted edamame last year, and we like edamame, but we've never planted it ourselves. And so last year was the first year, and we didn't really know when it was ripe. And once we picked it, we didn't actually end up eating it. So I would say let's not do edamame.
Yeah.
And we could use that space for more potatoes.
Yeah.
Tomatillos, we love tomatillos because we love salsa verde. So and we did 2 plants, I think, last year. So we would stick with 2 plants.
Yeah, that worked out well. This carrot, parsnip, leek, and radish. We had a little early on disaster with that stuff.
I accidentally cultivated the row without realizing that we had planted seeds there.
So we got no parsnips.
Or leeks. I think we should just plant more carrots. I'm not a huge fan of parsnips, I don't think, anyway. Or we could do carrots and parsnips but no leeks.
Or we think of doing parsnips as over winter and not spring.
Yeah, let's do that. So more carrots. Double the amount of carrots. We'll keep the section for leeks. And I think we did 4 heads of cabbage last year, 2 green, 2 purple.
I think we might have done 4 of each. 4 green and 4.
I think that's a good amount of cabbages. We just need to pick them earlier.
Sweet corn, we didn't actually plant 2 rows of sweet corn. We planted 3.
4.
3.
Was it 3?
Mm-hmm. But I think actually it would have been fine just as 2 rows.
Sweet potatoes, I feel like whatever we planted last year didn't yield what I thought it would. And the actual sweet potatoes weren't big and meaty. They were like skinny and fragile. I want different sweet potatoes. And probably the same amount of plants, but just different sweet potatoes.
Yeah, I think we did about a dozen slips.
And then we did a full half row of broccoli. 2 varieties of broccoli. One was like an early variety, one was a late variety. That worked out really well. And then the other half of the row was Brussels sprouts. And we've eaten through all of the broccoli that we froze, and all of it was tasty. But the Brussels sprouts that we've tried to unfreeze and cook recently were bitter and awful. So I feel like we should just do a full row of broccoli.
Oh, I thought we also wanted to add in cauliflower.
Oh yeah. I don't want to give up the amount of broccoli that we planted. Looks like last year we planted
8 plants.
8 plants. I think I would want to stick with that. And then how many? We did 8 Brussels sprouts. So maybe we do 4 cauliflowers and 4 Brussels sprouts. The last thing is onions. And I know that we want to do 2 rows.
Yeah, we want a double row for the full thing. I don't know though. So last year we did tight spacing, and then thinned them out to use as green onions.
Yeah.
But I don't know that we want to do as many.
I wouldn't
like,
want to
green
double the
onions.
amount of green onions we ended up with.
Right.
Yeah.
So we just have to think about how we go about spacing that, but we definitely need to give them a little bit more room as far as what you'd call the bed width on onions, so that we can plant them as double row, and then we can put our soaker hose right down the middle.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And so
Onions.
and the onions we got, so we got the Texas Legend from Dixondale and the Red Zeppelin from Dixondale. And those got really big.
Yeah, they did.
You know, we didn't talk at all about the lettuce and kale.
Oh yeah.
Kind of snuck in there.
Yeah.
And sunflowers.
Oh yeah, we did sunflowers too. So I think we should plant more salad greens next year. We ate through all of the greens that we'd planted, and then we had to buy store-bought lettuce. God forbid.
And then kale. Do we have 2 plants or just the 1 plant?
I think we had 2.
2. So we just don't eat that much kale. So we can just maybe just get the 1 plant. I always talk about planting a kale plant for the chickens, for them to munch on in their yard. So we'll see if that happens.
Yeah. So we do this every year. We sit down together and we talk about the garden and what worked and what didn't work and what changes we would want to make. And we obviously don't do it in front of a camera. But this was fun, and it's nice to show other people how we do things in case we are helpful in that way for you. And it's always nice to sit down together and talk about this thing that's very important to our family and the kids. And it's really awesome in the summertime when the kids can just go out to the garden during snack time and pick some sun gold tomatoes or some strawberries or sugar snap peas or whatever they want. It's a great resource, and it's important for both of us to maintain it. Anyway, thank you for joining us today, and if you like this video and you want to see more, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time, either on the run or on the farm.